Russians carrying out hundreds of attacks across Ukraine. New attacks on the western city of Lviv tonight, normally a safe haven. Tonight, parts of that city without power. More than 100 people evacuated from the Mariupol steel plant, finally reaching safety on a fleet of buses. And Russia tonight resuming its relentless shelling of that plant with hundreds still inside. Our senior foreign correspondent Ian Pannell inside Ukraine again tonight.
Tonight, Russian airstrikes on the western city of Lviv near the border with NATO ally Poland, knocking out power in parts of the city. Russia saying it carried out 400 attacks across Ukraine today. Its troops launching an assault on the steel plant in Mariupol it's been bombing for weeks. Fighters there making a last stand and scores of civilians still believed to be hiding there. Today, more than 100 civilians were finally brought to safety from the plant.
Hi, Marty. How are you?
Ukraine's fight back against Russia has been possible in part because of billions of dollars in US weapons. Today, President Biden visited an Alabama factory to thank the workers who make Javelin anti-tank missiles.
You're allowing the Ukrainians to defend themselves. And quite frankly, they're making fools of the Russian military in many instances.
Russia also bombing here in Kharkiv today as Ukrainian forces are succeeding in pushing them back from the city.
I don't know if you can hear the sound of that. We're on the outskirts of Kharkiv at the moment. We're hearing the sound of heavy bombardment taking place, the sound of tank fire going out, of rocket launchers, artillery strikes coming in. Now, the Ukrainians have been on the offensive, pushing the Russians back, but it looks as though the Russians are perhaps trying to assert themselves and get back into this area.
At least 2 rockets hit Kharkiv today. Not one of them struck a military target, as Russia often claims.
Hello.
And the youngest are being caught in the fighting, including 15-year-old Kira. She was with 2 friends when a shell landed nearby.
Are your friends who were injured, are they okay?
Просто это тяжело очень.
One of my friends has left hospital, she says. The other didn't make it. This is the reality of Russia's war in Ukraine.
David, despite all of these aerial attacks, the Russians on the ground here are getting pushed back ever closer to their border, the Ukrainians advancing. And what's happening around Kharkiv is the strongest indication yet that Russia's second phase in this war isn't going to plan. David?
Ian Pannell in Ukraine's second largest city again tonight for us. Ian, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George